Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cameron Talks Football, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over draft grades for every team that is in the first round. I will probably talk about a little bit in the second round, like teams that didn't get their first round pick in, or someone that didn't get a good first round pick but got a pretty good second round pick. So with the first pick, we all know Jacksonville Jaguars. They got an A plus because they got Trevor Lawrence. Clemson, he played pretty good this whole year. And everyone knew he was going to be the first round pick even last year. That when he came in this year, he was going to be the first round pick. And then Zach Wilson, last year, no one really knew who he was. He didn't really play that well last year. He's probably going to play much better in his rookie season because last year I believe he threw for like 30 touchdowns and only 33 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions, or only a couple interceptions. So I think he is going to transition well into the NFL, but we're really going to have to wait and see what happens there because he does have a good supporting cast around him with Denzel Mims and then Rashawn Perryman, I believe it is. And he does have some good people to throw to. He does have Mekhi Becton to protect him on the left side. So that is another A plus there. The San Francisco 49ers drafting Trey Lance. I would give this one an A minus because I feel like Justin Fields would be the better option here, even though they are not considering him. They did not consider him in the last week of the draft. They felt like it was either between Mac Jones or Trey Lance, but honestly, I think Justin Fields would have been a better position here, and he can learn. I think whoever is going to be the quarterback or whoever they were going to pick was going to either learn behind Jimmy Garoppolo for a couple weeks, and then he's going to have to step in because Jimmy Garoppolo is not going to perform well enough, so they are going to have to replace the quarterback then. And then the Atlanta Falcons, they selected Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida. That's an easy A plus right there, best tight end in the past 20 years. Honestly, if the Falcons did not draft him right there, then that would be a really dumb decision. Like if they went quarterback, I think that would be dumb because I feel like Matt Ryan, if he did get the right pieces around him, he'd still have at least 4 or 5 more years left in him. And I don't think they need to get a quarterback quite yet. I think they could get one later down the road before Matt Ryan does have to retire, like probably a year or two before he retires, so that Matt Ryan can teach that young quarterback about some things. And then with the fifth pick, Cincinnati Bengals taking Jamar Chase. I'm going to give this one an A minus just because I feel like drafting Penei Sewell would have been the better option to protect Joe Burrow. And even though they did get Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow's teammate in LSU, when they did get that national championship, I think that this was a worse pick if they than getting Penei Sewell because Penei Sewell is the best left guard, left tackle. He can pretty much play anything except center, which is a pretty good thing for any team. If you do want that, he's pretty much a plug and play lineman, all except center, because mostly center is way more different than playing guard or left tackle, because the center always has to have his hand on the ground, and left guard or left tackle does not. And with the sixth pick, the Dolphins take Jalen Waddle, wide receiver out of Alabama. I was thinking that he was going to be picked before Devontae Smith just because Devontae Smith is a little skinnier. And if Jalen Waddle did not get injured last year, a lot of people were saying that he was going to be better than Devontae Smith. He was going to have better numbers than him because he was on pace to already beat him. I think he was beating him in receptions and in yards. I don't really remember about in touchdowns, but I knew he was beating him in yards and receptions. So that's why I'm giving that one A minus there. And then next we have the Detroit Lions taking Penei Sewell, Oregon offensive tackle. This is an easy A plus here, easy A plus. The best left tackle, the best tackle in the draft fell to them at 7 without having to trade up and do anything with that. So now they're going to be protecting Jared Goff and then probably that quarterback of the future, whoever that's going to be probably next year, because I don't think they're going to want to stick with Jared Goff unless he does prove something this year. So we're really going to have to wait and see for that. And then I'm going to give that one easy A plus, like I said. Carolina Panthers get J.C. Horn. That's an A minus, just because I feel like Patrick Surtain would have been the better corner. Even though J.C. Horn is more physical, I think Patrick Surtain was going to be better because I think he would have fit the Carolina Panthers scheme a little bit better. I don't really know about J.C. Horn. I feel like he's more physical, and I think Patrick Surtain will play the man better than the ball, because I think J.C. Horn really wants to go for them hits and also the interceptions. Unlike Patrick Surtain, that would rather want to break up the pass instead of trying to make the big hit. So I'm also gonna give the Denver Broncos an A- because I feel like they should have won quarterback here, because none of their quarterbacks were really good enough or are going to be good enough this year. And then we have the Eagles taking Devontae Smith, wide receiver out Alabama. The reason I'm giving this one an A+ is because he is still a good receiver, and he did really fall to them. They didn't really have to trade up super far. They only traded up a couple picks. They traded with the Dallas Cowboys, and they really did get a great player, in my opinion. And I think he is going to play really well if they put some weight on him, because he does have a big frame. He is about 6'4", I believe, so which is pretty tall for a receiver. And then I think this is probably the steal of the draft, which is the Chicago Bears drafting Justin Fields, quarterback out of Ohio State. That's an easy A+. I think he's going to learn behind. I think that he's going to learn behind Andy Dalton for a year, and next year he's going to step in, and the Bears are going to have a completely different offense. They're going to have like an offense like kind of like the ones that the Patriots had last year, where they can either run or pass. So we're really going to have to wait and see. But I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he's going to start this year. I think he's going to wait. I think it's going to be another year or two. But when he does step in, I think he is going to be great. And then the Cowboys take linebacker Micah Parsons with a 12th spot. I'm going to give this one an A, just because I know that they did want to take a corner here, and this was really like their last option. And the only reason I said that they probably should have traded up to get either like one of the better corners, or that I bet they were probably hoping that the Broncos were going to draft a quarterback there, and one of the corners would have fell to them. But now they had to draft another linebacker. Now they have some pretty great linebackers. They have Jalen Smith, Leighton Vander Esch, and now Micah Parsons. So this is easily a top 3 linebacking core, just because they have all that depth and speed. And then Jalen Smith is going to have that veteran smarts at linebacker. And I think the reason that they did do this pick is because Sean Lee did retire, and that is a kind of a big hole to fill, because he was the leader on that defense. Even though he wasn't the fastest or the strongest later in his years, he was the smartest on that team. And then this is another A+ right here. I have the LA Chargers getting Rashawn Slater, Northwestern tackle. And then the reason I give this an A+ is because he pretty much fell to them. I thought that he was gonna go sooner. I didn't think that he was gonna fall this early. I thought that Penei Sewell was going to go to the Bengals, and then Rashawn Slater was going to go to the Panthers. But now that this happened, I really think the Chargers are going to have a good O-line for Justin Herbert, and I think the Chargers can play pretty good. I think they can get a playoff spot. I think they're probably going to get like the 5th or 6th spot, but the 5th or 6th seed. But now we're going to have to wait. And the Jets trading up to the 14th spot, trading with the Minnesota Vikings to get Elijah Vera Tucker. I'm gonna give this one an A, just because I think it's not a reach here, but I'm gonna give it an A just because they should have tried to trade ahead of the Chargers to get Rashawn Slater. Rashawn Slater is the better tackle, so that's why I'm giving this one an A. And the reason that he is better is because he was graded higher in pass protection and in run blocking. And now we're gonna have to see who's gonna be the better choice there next year. Is it gonna be Rashawn Slater or Elijah Vera Tucker? So both their A's. And then with the 15th spot, the New England Patriots, they take Mac Jones. I'm gonna give this one an A, because I am guessing that they did want to take Trey Lance or Justin Fields, but that didn't work out there. That's why I'm going to give that one A. He did play pretty well. He did have like 45 touchdowns to like 4 or 5 interceptions or something like that last year. And with the 16th spot, the Cardinals get Zaven Collins. I'm going to give that one a B+. Not too much to talk about there. I think that was too much of a reach. I think they should have got Jeremiah Owusu-Karamoah out of, I believe it was, I can't remember this school. Oh, Notre Dame. Yeah, I believe they should have got him there. And then I'm gonna give the Raiders a B+, because they got Alex Leatherwood tackle out of lineman out of Alabama. I think they should have got Jalen Collins, I believe his name was, or something like that. He was like a tackle for UCF, but he was much better. He did fall to the second round to the Bears, and that was a good pick right there. So I'm gonna give that's another A+ for the Bears right there. And then the Dolphins get Jalen Phillips. I'm going to give this one a B+, just because I think they did have some bigger holes to fill. I don't know what those were, but I feel like defensive end, I think they could have got someone like this in the second round. I don't think they needed to wait till the first to do that. And then the Washington football team game, Jamin Davis, I'm going to give this one an A, just because he is really fast, he is really strong, and I honestly think he's the third best linebacker behind Jermoso Karamoa and Micah Parsons, just because those two are just really great. And then I'm going to give the Giants with the 20th spot, I'm going to give them a B-. They got Kadarius Toney. There were so many better receivers out there. Rashawn Bateman, they should have got him, honestly. The Kadarius Toney, he did play well this year. I think they should have got Rashawn Bateman. Rashawn Bateman's way better in my opinion. And then Indianapolis Colts taking Whitney Pay. I'm going to give this one an A-, just because he is a really great defensive end / defensive tackle. The reason that they do have him listed as defensive end is because he did play more defensive end snaps for Michigan last year. So I'm going to give that one A-. And I'm also going to give the Tennessee Titans a B+, just because they did draft Caleb Farley. He does have a lot of upside, but he also does have a lot of risk to him because he did have that back surgery last year. And now we're going to really have to wait and see how good he does this year. And then I think this is an A+ here too. Vikings, they get left tackle Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech. The reason I give this an A+ is because he did fall to them. He did fall to them at 23. You would think that he would go way sooner to another team that needed another left tackle, but he did fall to them. And then I'm going to give the Steelers a B- for drafting Najee Harris. I think they should have tried to get ahead of the Vikings to grab a lineman, because I think they should have worked on that line before they worked on that running game, because they could have got another great running back from North Carolina. They did have two great running backs that came from there, so I think they should have built on that O-line before building on that running game. I'm also going to give the Jaguars a B- for drafting Travis Etienne, running back out of Clemson. I think the reason they did this is so that he could be matched with his college teammate in Trevor Lawrence, but honestly, they should have went pass rusher or safety here, just because I think those are big holes to fill. Just because James Robinson, he did play really well last year. He was an undrafted running back, and now he's gonna have to share some touches with Travis Etienne. And then Browns drafting Greg Newsome, the second out of Northwestern. I'm gonna give this an A+, just because I'm gonna mix this in with their 59th overall pick, when they got Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He fell to them. They got so lucky there. I bet you he's going to play with a chip on his shoulder, because I believe that he was supposed to be a first-round pick, and so did he. And so did many other people think that he was supposed to fall that early, or that was supposed to go that early in the first round, or even in the later rounds, probably to like a team that really needed him. Like the Browns could have also got him there, or the Jaguars could have also got him at 25. And then I'm going to give the Ravens drafting Rashawn Bateman. I'm going to give this an A-. Even though they did need a receiver, I think they could have waited to the second round. Like I said, even though Kadarius Toney is not better than Rashawn Bateman, I think they both should have gone in the second round. I think the Ravens did do a little bit of a reach, but I think he is going to play good. And now the Ravens do have some decent receiving core, as you could say. And then with the Saints drafting Peyton Turner, defensive end out of Houston, I'm going to give this one a C+, because everyone's thinking, like, why did they do this? Why would they need to do this? No one really thought that they were going to draft a defensive end here. I didn't even think they'd draft a defensive end. I thought they'd get Asante Samuel Jr. Everyone's know that Asante Samuel's son. He played for the Patriots. He played for a bunch of other teams, but I thought they were going to draft a corner there. And then Green Bay drafting Eric Stokes, cornerback out of Georgia. I'm gonna give this one a C minus. They should have traded up to get a receiver for Aaron Rodgers. This is probably I understand the reason why he does want to leave, because they are not drafting receiving threats to get him. I believe if the Packers did trade up to get a receiver, then he would want to stay, but I understand why he does want to leave. And then the Buffalo Bills getting Gregory Owusu, Rasu. I believe that this is an A minus. He's a great pass rusher. Nothing really left to say there. And the Ravens getting defensive end. I can't even pronounce his name. Adafe Aweo out of Penn State. I'm gonna give this one A minus. He's a good pass rusher, but I think they should have. I think they did build on that O line pretty well, but I think they should pretty much go safe. Not really safety, but pretty much. Yeah, this actually is better. I think this was the best pick that they could have done here. And then with the last pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting Joe Tryon. He's pretty much a linebacker / defensive end. They listed him as a linebacker when they did draft him. So now that they are going to have some more depth at that linebacker position, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to have a good chance at running it back this year. And now we're really going to have to wait and see how good they do this year. And that is my thoughts on the 2021 NFL Draft grades. If you guys did like what I say, make sure you guys do like the video, comment, and share this video to new people. Make sure you, like I said, subscribe, and then get this video to more people so that it can be shared across YouTube more, so I can get this channel to grow. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.